I'm not trying to say that I was right, but I had wanted to be his one and only, which I told him, and I honestly did so before falling in love with him, with respect to his kindness and big heart. I asked God many times in prayer if Alex was mine, because I had told him many times that I don't trust him. Yes, he got offended each time I said that, but he continued to call me on the phone, which I couldn't resist. In this same moment, I had a call one day from a Christian brother who proposed to get my hand in marriage. My mom had made it clear to me that a believer in Christ can never get married to an ungodly person. I told him yes, though. I had no aorta of love for him, but I did so in order to make him not feel awful, and because I had broken up with Alex. Also, I thought it would be a good avenue to forget about Alex, since I was going to get married. Later on, I told my soon-to-be husband about Alex, and he asked me to forget about the past. I then discussed the scenario with my pastor, and he told me I'm not due for marriage. This made me tell Maxim, my husband-to-be, that I'm not ready to get married, and I explained to him why. This was 1 year ago. When I told Alex that it will be better for us to stay apart, I knew we would not live together again. I still prayed for him and thought I would love him all my life. He asked me what was the reason. Don't you love me anymore? I never said that I don't love him. I meant everything will be okay. I tried all my best to convince him to go with me to church, but it never worked out. I wanted him to be a Christian and visit the church willingly and not because of me. I tried traveling to another country because I was fed up living in Odessa. We used to say hi to each other anytime we met on the street, and this was after I had told him I will be leaving the country soon. He didn't like the idea of me leaving, so he begged me to stay with him in Ukraine. Going back to my motherland? Though I was born in Ukraine, my mom isn't a Ukrainian. For me, it was like a tragedy, because I had nothing over there, and my mom likewise. From childhood, we never had a place to call our home due to poverty, and this made my mom and my sister live in a tiny room in their church, given to them by the church. My mom had no work, and this was because of our poverty. With my academic prowess, I always asked God to listen to my prayer and change my destiny. We were too poor to the extent that I even had only a friend in school and at my workplace. I was seen as an outcast. This defined my life. Guys in my school didn't even find me attractive because of my long skirt and blouse, which I also had no makeup on. And I used to pray to God, don't allow me to fall down. I was confident that I'll never fall, and also never fall in love. But deep inside, I dreamt that I would meet someone who would love me for who I am and not because of clothes, makeup, or good shape. When I first met Alex in Odessa, he admired me for who I was and had no reference to my clothes or whatsoever. He liked my simplicity, and I was almost 20 years of age. I completed secondary school later than my age group. I was 19 when I completed school, and it was due to sickness. I then moved to Odessa to study an international program because I had the edge for that. Here I am today, a 23-year-old lady. Here is my sin. I was too proud. I thought that I'll always be right with my own strength. I judged girls who were going to clubs, drank alcohol, smoked, and had numerous relationships. In other words, I saw them leading dirty lives, though many of them were pretty and clever. Now I am just somewhere between the dark and light. Now I have lost all the people who knew me. All of them are Christians, and all that I heard from them was this kind of phrase: "I never thought that you'd do this. This is not you, it's another person. Something's wrong with you." Now, I don't speak with anybody. I just go to church, try to pray for mercy, not to burn in hell. I don't want anything anymore. Only Mom tried to understand me, but it was too hard for her. That's it. I just didn't speak to anybody. Just to pray, and maybe God will hear me if He so desired. Because I knew what I was doing. There is no mercy and no forgiveness for me. I messed with my life because I loved this guy, and I didn't want to lose him or live without him. It would have been better to love him, but also leave this country. And this was too hard for me. Once I even tried to move to one village near Odessa with the assumption of avoiding him, but it wasn't easy. I found it hard to go to work every morning and so on. Many ways I used to do, but he was always on my mind. I didn't want to live without him. I'm not saying he's a sinner, but I feel bad around him. It is about my soul, mind, and character.